What's up, Grand Rising? Jamie Jameson here. Great time to be alive. Working on some fret foo this morning. Fret foo's like kung fu for guitar. I'm learning how to develop hand-ear coordination and play blindfolded and master the entire fretboard. It's pretty cool. Check it out. Get a little sip of my coffee. So, we've got the entire fretboard, all of these intimidating frets and strings and all these positions and hand techniques and all of that, but ultimately to map out the entire fretboard so well that you knew it like the back of your hand, like your neighborhood. Like if somebody came into your neighborhood and said, hey, I need directions to this street, and you've been living there your whole life, you'd be able to be like, yeah, just go down here, take a left, take another left, take another right, or take a right. And this is how well you should know the fretboard. Not necessarily the notes, but the patterns of the scales. Because you can use your hand-ear coordination, you can use your ear to find out what key you're in. If somebody tells you we're in F sharp minor, you know, that's good to know that the F sharp is on the 2nd fret, but you can also just use your ear. So let's say F sharp, right? I just landed on it. It's like, I didn't mean to do that, it just happened. And I didn't land on it that time, but I was able to bend it up right into the right note though. So this is the intuition I'm working through right now and developing. And I call it fret foo. I'm having fun with it. It's like kung fu for guitar, right? So we're gonna find the A position, for instance. Let's see if I can tune this thing. A little out of tune, but that's not important right now. What's important is that I find the 5th fret with my ear. I can do that by moving my finger up until it matches the string below. So I'm on the 5th fret right there. That's the A, right? And so the A minor pentatonic consists of that box scale. We all know that, right? Most people know that. But what we're going to do is we're going to break this down into one string. Our fingers are 1, 2, 3, and 4. This first string technique for the or string shape or string form is going to be a 1-4. It's a minor 3rd. It's 2 frets in between the 1st finger and the pinky, okay? So this is simple. This is a 1-4. Pick with the downstroke, or you can do alternate picking. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. All that matters is that you're holding your 1st finger on the 5th fret and then putting your pinky on the 8th fret. Bom, bom. So this is the first 2 notes of the minor pentatonic. Okay? And I say minor pentatonic because minor is more bluesy or sad. We'll get into that later. Right? So if I wanted to play in B, I would play, I'm messing with my distortion over here. This is A. I would go to B minor pentatonic and I would play the 1-4. Right? Or I'd go to C. That's a C minor pentatonic. Right? So we're here on the A pentatonic. The first form is a 1-4, or we're going to call it a long pattern. Bom, bom. Now if you listen to that interval between those 2 notes, you're going to hear the first 2 notes of Smoke on the Water. Bom, 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 bom. Bom, 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 bom. So you can sing that 2nd note before you hit it. Listen. Bom, bom. Now listen, if I take this down to the G, bom, I can still sing that 2nd note. Ba, ba, ba. So you're using this song for a reference on what note you're going to hit next. Bom, 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 bom. Right? So this is what we're doing. We're developing hand-ear coordination. Alright, we're in the key of A pentatonic minor. The first 2 notes are 1-4 or 5-8. Below that is going to be 5-7, and that's what we call a short. It's only a 1-3. It's a whole step. So this is the first shape, okay, of the minor pentatonic. We're only going to do 2 strings right now. 5-8, 5-7, or 1-4, 1-3. It's better to remember it by 1-4, 1-3, or long and short. Long pattern, short pattern. And I call this a trapezoid number 1. So I play that forwards and backwards, and I have it so memorized by my muscle memory that I don't have to think about it anymore. And it helps to hum along with it. So let's start here for right now. And eventually you're going to be able to play all the patterns up and down the neck in any key. get to that later. But right now, let's master 5-8, 5-7. Bum, bum, bum. The first three notes of Smoke on the Water is the minor pentatonic. So work on that and get back to me. I'm going to show you how to put all of this together to where you're playing the entire pentatonic scale in any key at any time. Like right here, I'm in A. We're going to move it to, let's say, F sharp right here. And it's going to be relative for here too. You're going to be able to play all this blindfolded without thinking about it. And not only are you going to be able to play it up and down, you're going to be able to play it vertically too. So let's get into this. First, master that first shape and get back to me. Cool? If this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider liking and subscribing. We're going to walk through this. I'm also going to offer like one-on-one lessons to help you get to know this better. We're also going to learn how to master the entire diatonic scale, up and down the neck, all the different modes, and be able to move that to any key as well. So tune in. Cheers.